Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me? Back again for another one, footy talk. Marv, what's good, bro?
What's happening, man? In the Arsenal jersey, you know what we do.
Another OG Arsenal jersey, blood. I swear down. I know the raves are gonna be full of those on the weekend, blood. I'm telling you. What you saying, bruv?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How was it for you to watch that, though?
Bro, it was great, you know. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think that's one of the best football matches I've watched in a long time, bro. Like, just as a neutral, I can't lie.
Obviously, no, but you're a hater, though.
Bro, but it doesn't matter, bro. I love football, bro. I can't stand your team, but I love football.
You see, like back in the day, yeah, I feel like we used to watch football differently. I feel like back in the day, you know, like when them Liverpool Newcastle games, the 4-3s, yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone loved it. Whether you're a Newcastle Liverpool supporter, you loved the game, innit?
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like now, other teams watch other teams hoping they lose because they don't support them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nah, to be fair, like I wasn't watching the game hoping you would lose. I was watching it thinking you were gonna lose. Do you know what I mean? But that's why, bro, the shock on my face when the first free kick went in, bro. Like I was baffled. Like I thought it hit the side netting.
Yeah, that you know, it's cold though.
bro, you know when the ball hits the stanchion at the back of the goal and it hits the side net and a man think it's in.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
them?
And that little group of people make
Yeah.
noise in the stands, but it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
You see man start celebrating and then it goes quiet. I thought that he hit the back of the goal, innit? Because it was a mad angle when you first saw it. But then when you saw him running away, I was thinking, hold on, it's in. Like, oh, bare baffled, like, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Second one was better though.
yeah, the second one was a madness. You know,
Brother,
the second one was a mad.
you know, like that part of the goal, like, you know, like if you carry it with your hand, that's the only place you can put it. It was mad still.
No, it was mad, bro. But like, bro, I was happy just to see some good football, bro, because football's been dragging, bro. Like, it don't matter who you support, bro. Like, even Arsenal, bro, in the league, some of you man's performances have been putting your own fans to sleep, bro. Like, it hasn't been the most entertaining season so far, in it, like in terms of quality of football. So, like, bro, I was just watching a good game of football, and I was actually like, you know what? Like, this feels like the Champions League of old, where you're seeing like two teams, like two of the top teams, like in Europe, like try and win the game, bro. It was
There's none of this. All right, let's all park the bus.
None of that.
Whatever. It was just like, nah, you know, let's go machine for machine. Let's play football. That's how it used to be back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how it used to be, like in terms of, all right, I put my best 11 versus your best 11, and let's see who's the best 11. Whereas now it's like, I get it. Like some teams are not as good as others, so you need to play to your strengths. But then sometimes it makes the game boring, bro. When like you see like 5 in midfield, 4 at the back, you're just like,
bro. Like it's true. Not everyday tactics, blood. Sometimes man just want to see the best players play, and see what happens in it. And bro, you lot smoked them. I can't even lie. It was a madness. Like watching
you know what's crazy about the game? The reason why I'm still scared a bit is because do you see Jude Bellingham's interview afterwards?
Nah, what did he say?
He was on the vibe of, he was like, do you know what? That better team won. It should have been more than 3, to be honest. We're lucky to get at 3 goals down. But what I will say is we need a crazy result to turn it around. And I can't lie, our house is where crazy results happen, basically. I said,
he's right.
It's true, bro. Like I can see, like, I'm not even trying to speak into the distance, but like I've seen Real Madrid like score 5. You know what I'm saying? Score 6.
But I just don't think they have the players that they had then to do those things. You know them?
I think they've had injuries, like we've had injuries. I feel like the who got injured? The Carvajal injury, Militao injury. Like they've had a few injuries at the back, innit? Yeah. Alba's not Alba. Like their defense is the problem, innit? So you got Valverde playing right back, innit?
Yeah. But Valverde can play there, so I don't think.
But you know, he's not like a right. You know, like he's not a right back. Like he can play there, but you want him in midfield. Like that's where you want him to play, in it. So you lose something in midfield.
No, you do. But they should have still had enough to do better than what they did, bro. Like the way that you lot batted them up, bro, and it was one of them things where I don't think they have enough to do anything, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think so.
They had chances though. Mbappé had that 1-on-1 that he should have really scored.
Yeah, bro. If he scores that first goal, and it's one
game, bro.
A completely different game. But Mbappé just showed me he is exactly who I think he is, bro. He's not that guy, bro.
Like, I saw your video, you call him a scrub. I was like, oh, what's a mad one, you know?
Scrub, bro. Like, listen, I've been thinking Mbappé for ages, bro. You know what the maddest thing with Mbappé, yeah? Mbappé has done he's kind of done the Pele thing where every man knows man for what he done for his country and that. Like when you actually look at Mbappe's career, most of his hype come from what he's done in a France shirt. Not a PSG shirt, because bro, like them man signed him for PSG. He cost 180 million or something. Neymar cost 200 million. Them man was supposed to win the Champions League, bro. Them man never done that. Do you know what I'm saying? Mbappe's gas came from France, blood. Playing with Pogba, Griezmann, like Kante, like big ballers, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But for his club, he ain't really carried for his club. He hasn't. So the Mbappé gas is a bit mad, because it's kind of like his reputation has preceded him, but at club level, he ain't reached the heights that he's reached for France, blood. And I would argue that he reached those heights because he had so many good players in the squad that weren't getting the praise, blood.
Do you know what's crazy? I hear what you're saying, but I thought two things can be true at the same time, innit? That like, yes, Mbappe has played around a lot of good players that have facilitated him, but at the same time, you got to be a cold man to finish those chances. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when he was at Monaco, when he was at PSG, I feel like the problem was they didn't win anything. But when you look at other games, he was scoring bare goals. It's just that when they got to certain games, the team couldn't, do you know what I'm saying? They couldn't carry it. So
he couldn't, but that's because he needs bare chances, bro. Like that chance that he missed against you lot, that's not a difficult chance, bro. Like, you're Arsenal, man. If that falls to Henry, that's 1-0.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. No,
like,
but
you're not thinking about it.
You say that, but Henry's our GOAT, but Champions League final against Barca, he missed bare chances, bro.
I hear that, but that specific chance, that cut in, open up the body, side foot finish, that is his bread and butter. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That finish there, that's the finish that Mbappe is supposed to be known for. That side foot, like, curling finish, bro. And brother, man's tripping over his feet, bro. Like,
it's good as wearing 110s, bro. You see his boots?
That's what I said when I was watching the game. Man's wearing the drug dealer creps, blood.
Hey, they look cold though, but
they
like, it doesn't look weird in the football boot. Like, it doesn't look weird, bro. They're cold. I want to buy a pair.
No, they're serious. They're serious. I can't lie, but he's not the guy to be wearing them creps when you're performing like that. That's crazy.
But Vinny had a quiet game though as well, and that's Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but he's another one. I'm not rating it. I'll be honest here. You know what it is, yeah? Football now is about PR, innit? Like, we need to take football away from the PR and back to the streets, blood. Do you know what I mean? The real ballers, like the Yamals and that, like the Varashellias, bro. Like, even that young Doué that's doing up dirt at PSG. He's still got a level to go up, but these are the kind of players we need to take back football, blood. Because Vinny ain't it, bro. Like, them man try to gas the Vinny thing, yeah, because them man do the goals and assisting, but Vinny's not it, bro. Even like Ryan Cherky and these man, these street ballers, bro, they need to take the game back, man, because Vinny didn't do nothing. Vinny don't do nothing for Brazil, bro. Like, his record for Brazil is embarrassing. It's the opposite to Mbappe's. Mbappe's does the mad thing for France. Yeah, Vinny for Brazil is crazy. Brazilians don't even rate Vinny, bro.
Yeah, but you know what's mad about Vinny in Brazil, yeah, is like, unfortunately, Brazil now are suffering from the nostalgia factor. Like, because growing up, for me, for example, like, I saw like the tail end of like Romario because I was young then, innit? So I saw the 94 World Cup, but I didn't understand football properly, but I still saw Romario, Bebeto, them man there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then it went to the 98 World Cup and you had like the Ronaldos, the Denilsons, you know what I'm saying? Like all the Dungas, all them people there, yeah? And you're like, rah. Then 2002 World Cup, you had the Ronaldinhos, Rivaldo. Like, you've seen the conveyor belt, Kaká, you've seen all the players. Whereas Vinny, if you look at the Brazil team now, no offense, but you've got like Joe Linton.
No, they can take offense. You know what
I'm not saying he's not a bad player, but he's not the Brazilian that we think of when you think of Brazil.
He's not.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so you've got Vinny, you've got certain players in that Brazil team that you look at. Even my man at West Ham, what's his name again? Pascatet, whatever his name is.
I know who you're talking about, Paqueta.
That's it. Like,
Paqueta's decent, but
no,
bro,
he's decent, but I'm saying
he's not that era. In that era, he might have been cutting the oranges, bro.
Brother, he would bring out the water. Like, no one in that Brazil team now, you would take and be like, you'd get into the 94, the 98, the 2002, 2006. Like, none of you men are getting in that team. So I can see that Vinny is like a victim of a bad Brazil team. Brazil are not good, bro, as a team in general.
But I wouldn't say he's victim of a bad Brazil team because I think Neymar was victim of a bad Brazil team. Because when you look at the players that Neymar played with, if Neymar was in the same era, because he was the era just after Ronaldinho, they crossed over and they played on the same side, but it was the end of Ronaldinho. Neymar could have played in the Brazilian team with Robinho and Rivaldo and R9. He could have been in that team because he was good enough. Like that, bro. Like the brothers that Neymar had to play with, it's crazy work, bro. Like, I feel sorry for him.
His stats are crazy as well, still for Brazil.
I feel sorry for Neymar because when you look at what Neymar is doing for Brazil, that the fact that Vinny thought that he could get a Ballon d'Or before Neymar is blasphemy, bro. Because when you look at Vinicius's numbers for Brazil, they're embarrassing, bro. I think how many has he scored for Brazil, guys, in this calendar year? I think man's got like 2 goals or something like that.
He's got 6 in total for Brazil, or 6 or 7.
That's what 6 in total.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Brother, you got a Brazilian centre back that's got more goals for Arsenal. Do you know how mad that is?
But unfortunately, but you see my issue with the Ballon d'Or is it changes every year, innit? Or it changes over the years, as in what they want. So sometimes it will be on a vibe of, all right, you've got to win the Champions League, and you got to win the Champions League, your league, and impact your team in it for you to win the Champions League. That's what they've been telling us it is, yeah. But there's the year that United won the treble in '99. Rivaldo won it that year, but Barcelona didn't win the Champions League. United did. United won their respective domestic big cup, and they won the league. So really and truly, I think Beckham came second that year. So in the rankings, it should have been a United player to win the Ballon d'Or. But it wasn't. It was Rivaldo because why? They went out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, I think, that year.
Because he was the best player in the world. That's why. And I believe
I get it, but I'm saying, the issue is it needs to be clear what it is for man to win this. Like, don't because he's the best player on eye, but then next year he's the best player on stats. Like, what is it?
But I think the stats thing only came in with Ronaldo and Messi. Before that, if you were the best player, you just won it, bro. You know, it wasn't a stats thing. When Ronaldinho was winning it wasn't a stats thing. Do you know what I mean? And them times there, we used to see different guys lifting the trophy year after year, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same brother retaining it. It wasn't that. Like, I think Ronaldinho retained it.
No, Rivaldo won it. I'm talking about Rivaldo, yeah?
Yeah, but in general, he was the best player in the world at the time, bro. Like,
you say that, yeah, I hear that, but like, for example, Dwight York that year, yeah, was Man United's top goal scorer in the Champions League. So technically, you've won, your team's won the Champions League. You're the top goal scorer in the Champions League. Man United have won the league and the FA Cup, yeah? Beckham's provided bare assists, whatever. So I'm saying, like, I get that you've given it to Rivaldo that year, but there's been players that have been more integral, more important to their team winning stuff and being top goal scorer. Like, if Rivaldo was a top goal scorer in the Champions League and La Liga, I'll say cool. But he wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like,
I know, but then he wasn't really a goal scorer like that. He was a 10. So even though he did score goals, he was a 10. And that's why, I don't believe that we should base the best player in the world on stats, because you could have the best stats in the world. That doesn't make you the best player in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if we're just doing it on stats, then that means strikers most of the time would have won the Ballon d'Or. But if you look at the Ballon d'Or list, there's bare 10s in there. There's bare Zidanes and Nedveds and Rivaldos and Ronaldinhos that are not out and out strikers that score goals, in it. So I think they should have a separate award, maybe like a golden boot thing, like a world golden boot thing for goals.
Yeah.
And then man need to have a Ballon d'Or for the baller. Because when you got ballers like Lamine Yamal, bro, man can't tell me there's a player that's better to watch in the game right now, yeah, that has the output that he has, the skill he has, everything. Bro, every time you watch this guy, he's mugging someone off, blood. And the bro's a teenager. You know, he's mugging people off, bro. You know what I mean? So man can't tell me there's a colder baller right now doing what he's doing, bro. And then they're gonna give it to Vinicius, bro. Yeah. That's mental.
I feel like I get what you're saying. I feel like this year for me, Ballon d'Or, personally for me, is Rafinha. I feel like what he's done at Barca has been insane, bro. Like, yeah. I get Yamal is this teenage prodigy. He's a madness, but I feel like Rafinha is getting big goals, like big performances. Like, he's turning out, he's a captain as well. So for me, I'd give it to him. But it's just weird how like people just see football, because it goes in waves of people sometimes saying like Guardiola's the greatest, but then next minute people are like, he's destroyed football because, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just opinion sway. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even I had an argument the other day about Ancelotti, and I was saying to my brethren that Ancelotti is one of the best managers like to ever like play the game, innit? Like,
easy.
For me, like I said, on accolades alone, he might be the greatest ever manager, like whatever. And my brethren was like, no. I'm like, bro, you know he's won the league in every single country.
Yeah, he's won more leagues in more different countries than any other manager. I think it's 4 or 5 leagues, bro.
He's mad. And 5 Champions Leagues. Yeah. Obviously, he's won FA Cups. He's won bare stuff, innit? Yeah. My brother was trying to say, like, he's knackered, innit, at Madrid. He's void of, like, tactics. I'm like, no, but Ancelotti's the old school. Like he's the guy who like goes out and says, "You man, express yourself, play football."
Yeah.
I don't want you to. You know, like sometimes you see Guardiola getting vexed at someone, and Guardiola's doing this. Tell him, man, no. Like sometimes let the players that you've put in this position work it out and let them play football. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll make the subs if I need to. I'll do this, but you man go out and play. He's that from that cloth. But people look at that like that's not tactics. I'm like, yeah, it is tactics because they've worked in the tactics during the week. Do you know what I'm saying? Like these men know what you can't tell me Ancelotti doesn't know what he's doing. You can't win a league in England, France, Spain, Italy, and there's one more, Germany, and you don't have tactics, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but bro, the maddest thing is people think that the way that he sets up his team don't take skill, bro. But look at the way he has Real Madrid defending in general, bro. Like, you know, people are like, oh, there's no legs in midfield, there's no this, there's no that. I've seen this guy set up with midfielders with no runners, like old players and that. A man setting up in a mid block, and man can't, like players that don't want to defend and you can't score. Like he sets up his team defensively so well, and then he allows them the freedom to play when they have the ball, and it's one of them things where people think that he just sends them out there with no instructions, but when you actually look at how his teams defend generally, he sets them up very well, man. It's just that he doesn't really, you know, it is with Ancelotti, he doesn't make the game about him, and that's the reason why he don't have the PR that Jose and Pep have, bro, because they make the game about them. Even and the thing is with Sir Alex Ferguson as well, he was a similar guy in a sense that he let the players play, but then at the same time he let everyone know that he was in charge. Always it was about him, whereas Wenger was kind of more like he put the players out there and he just let them play, bro. Like Wenger went in the dugout doing all that and shouting at refs and doing all that. Like that was the Ferguson thing. He used to bully, man.
That's what's mad. I said the same thing. I said the reason why you think he doesn't do this whole tactics thing is because Ancelotti rarely chats. He don't talk. Like you just see him even when Madrid score, he's calm, bro. Yeah, he's just chilling with his hands in his pockets. He's like, he's very cool. Like he's from the school of let you man do it. I don't really want to be seen. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas there's other managers, as you said, Jose's trying to play mind games with the other coach.
Facts.
Guardiola, even the thing about Guardiola, like, I don't think he likes to talk as much either, but they want him to talk. So
but he'd be talking to the other team's players and that, like he's coaching the ops and that, bro. He does some weird shit. You know what I mean? You see my man coaching the ops after the game. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll see that still when he's talking to them.
Bro, it's mad.
I think the funniest one was when who beat there's a picture of someone saying to like Guardiola, yo, what's good? And he looks at them like, I can't remember what team it was, bro. He was fuming though. He lost, didn't it? You know, like this season.
I think it was one of our players. I think Ahmad ran up to shake his hand after we.
And he was fuming when you beat them, innit? In one game, innit?
Yeah, bruv. Ahmad went to.
He was like,
he ran him down on a mad one. You know, he ran man down to shake his hand. He was like, bro, you mad? You know what? He looked at man like he went to Ching man, but it was like, nah, it's crazy. He ran man down. He said, nah, you will shake my hand today, bro. What's wrong with you? You know what it was there? He said, bro, you want to chat to man? Talk to me now, bro.
But I think Guardiola was daydreaming as well. Like, you know, like when you're daydreaming and someone like catches you off guard, like, yo, was it, huh? The way you come out, huh?
Nah, hey, Pep was fuming, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But he had to break character after that. You know what I mean? Like, this is what it is, man. Pep does way too much. So I think, you know, the thing is with Ancelotti, when he's gone, that's when people will actually realize what he's done for the game, bro. This is where we are in football at the moment. We're in a stage now where a lot of the men that we used to watch football are now coaches, innit? So, like, Ancelotti ain't got long left. Managers like that ain't got no long left, bro. Like, I remember when Pep was playing, I was too young to remember, but man, that Barcelona team, the same time where they would have had the Rivaldos and the end of Romario and that, do you know what I mean? Them teams there, bro. He's a coach now. You know what I mean? You look at Arteta, a man watched Arteta ball, he's a coach now. All of these man, like even United's manager, seen man play, he's a thing. Alonso's, all of these man, like Fabregas is a gaffer now. So it's one of them ones where Ancelotti's aging out of the game at the moment, innit? And I think when he actually steps out and people look at what he's won and who he won it with, where he won it, I think that's when the respect will come, bro. When you're here, people Man, always trying to like rub out people. How can you rub out a manager like Ancelotti, bro? This is what these men are doing. They're saying he's cooked. How can man be cooked with everything he's done?
And even my thing is this: I said my argument was this: you saying he's cooked doesn't make sense because he's still the guy who won the Champions League last, Club World Cup, and La Liga. So all on his resume, he's got those 3 for last season. So I'm like, if man was 7th out of Champions League in the group stage, I'll be like, all right, cool. Maybe that we're seeing the end in it. Like it's not going to plan, but I get if they lose to Arsenal, cool. But you can't say man's cooked because every team loses. I don't understand. Like everyone loses. The same Liverpool team that is great that everyone's saying lost to Plymouth. They lost to PSG. They lost to Newcastle in the final. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that mean that Liverpool now? Does it mean Slot is not a good manager now because they've lost those games? Like everyone loses games, bro. It happened. But you can't now say, Slot's tired, man. He's lost some games. Like, bro, like look at what the person's won currently and look at how the team are playing. How can you now say they're cooked because you believe they're getting old? It doesn't make no sense, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. That man's saying he's won 2 trophies this season. Man is saying he's dusted, yeah. And the thing is, even if these lot go out the Champions League, they're probably not going to win the league because Barca look like they're on a rampage. But it's like, I think
they're only 5 points in it, though.
Yeah, or something like that. Like, it's not a madness. It's not like them man are they're not getting smoked. So I don't know. It's 100% it's a generational thing, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, man say you're cooked if you lose one game, bro. This is where we are now. This is where we are with football. It's just like if you have one bad game and you're over the age of 30, you're too old now.
Yeah.
The man say your legs are gone, just because you had a bad game.
Yeah. People, excuse me, to see the new gen, it's very fickle. Everything's fickle. Like you're only as good as like the last memory.
No, it's 100%.
I'm saying, like, and my thing is, even people would downplay your accolades, like, yeah. No, it's not, yeah. But do you know what a win in the Champions League is? He's won 5. 5. Guardiola hasn't won 5. Jose hasn't won 5. Sir Alex hasn't won 5. Wenger hasn't won 5. Klopp hasn't won 5. There's bare man I could keep on going that haven't won 5 leagues, bro. I mean, 5 Champions Leagues. So that alone, you know what I'm saying? Even Zidane done a madness and he done 3. In a row, though. That was a madness as well, though. That was...
Yeah, facts. No, that was crazy. And Zidane's smart because he ain't taken another job since because he's like, he's like, I can't beat that.
Man said, I'm gone. Man said, I can't believe I've done that. Anyway, you, man, safe.
He said, nah, listen, I'm quitting while I'm ahead, bro. He had the right idea, bro. He saw these man coming. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, speaking of players as well, a man is saying all cooks, bro. What about that Thomas Partey performance, bro?
But what did I say? Like, I think last week I swear I said it to you that I want him to give Partey another contract. I said that. I said that Partey, Jorginho.
He ends up leaving on a free. It's a madness,
Nah, I don't think he'll leave. I don't think Arsenal definitely need to. You see that Rice, Ødegaard, Partey free in midfield. That's for me. That's the best free midfield in the league. Like in terms of they can do everything. In terms of those 3. But the problem is you need like everything around them to be doing well, if that makes sense. So, like for example,
that's a big statement. I'm just trying to think.
No, in the league now, I'm saying. Remember, I'm not saying for. All right, put it this way: you might say Bruno's better than Ødegaard, or you might. No,
not like that. I'm talking about as a free because as a free, I think Newcastle have a really good free because they got Tonali.
Yeah, but no, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like a good free and who you would want in your team, as in like. Put it this way, Newcastle on form and Arsenal on form. That Newcastle free and not seeing the Arsenal free, bro. Yeah,
but Newcastle keeps slapping you lot's head back, bruv. Your fade keeps getting slapped. Man.
They're
your bogey team.
No, they've only slapped us once.
Brother, that's your bogey team, Newcastle, bro.
Nah, don't forget, VAR got involved as well. Bare times, with that, Remember when Joe Linton went to, he done the GBH on... Gabriel for the goal. No one saw that. Bruno Guimaraes elbowed Jorginho at the back of the head. All of a sudden, VR don't work no more. But it's been bad. Listen, you see Newcastle, Isaac was our little, like the last game, Isaac done a madness, put my hands up in it. But generally speaking, I don't see Newcastle as a bogey team like that.
Ødegaard, bro. Listen, no
Like,
shoulder
West
guard.
Ham's more of a bogey team than
Maybe, bro. No shoulder guard, bro. I'm telling you, yeah. I can't lie, yeah.
no shoulder guard. Oh god.
You see my guy Thomas Partey, bro. I swear down. He held up the midfield. Thomas Partey and what's his name? And my guy Marino as well, you know, shout him out because he was dropping into midfield and he was making it a 4 in midfield, bro. And that's why Ødegaard got away with it because I thought he was bogus, mate, the other night.
I didn't watch the game, you know. I couldn't watch it.
Brother.
I was recording.
Bro, mental. That's one of the bro. You missed, bro. A lot of Arsenal man are saying that's the best football played under the Emirates lights, blood. And you didn't watch that live, bro. That must have hurt.
I'm fuming still. Even the replays don't give it no justice, bro.
Nah, bro. Like, bro, it's mad because I was watching it on mute because I didn't watch along, but I could just tell the atmosphere of the game.
The energy got mad in there,
the energy was mad, bro. Like with no sound, I could see that place was jumping, bro. Like
even Marino's goal was cold, you know.
Mad. Bro, he played sick.
I don't think people realize. You see, like Declan Rice's free kicks,
yeah,
they were amazing. I'm not saying they're not amazing. They're amazing, yeah. But Marino's goal, like the tech you need for that, bro, because the ball was coming at speed, and he kind of just chopped across it, but
he wrapped his foot around it. But it's like, the pass was like his body shape wasn't even really facing the goal like that. He's kind of wrapped his foot and reversed it, like it was like rare. Now it was a crazy finish, bro. I can't even lie. And he was dropping into midfield and he was helping your midfield a lot. So in like the first phase in the build-up, he was even further back than Ødegaard, bro. Like, and then he just arrives late and he took his goal really well, bro. Like him and Partey, like had that midfield like solid, bro. Like the Ødegaard thing's mad, bro, because I guess he can't take no more free kicks. Not after that.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, Ødegaard should never be over another free kick anyway. Ødegaard, like, you see me, the difference between Bruno and Ødegaard for me is the whole finishing. Like Ødegaard gets in really good positions, bro, but it's like when he hits, it's like he kind of hits the floor. Like it's not clean. Like it'll roll to. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like
he shoots like he don't want to shoot, innit?
Yeah, it's like a weird. Like he can pass, he can assist, he can do all of that stuff. Very intricate, but when he gets in front of goal. It's not that I guarantee you, if the same chances drop to like a Bruno, they're in the back of the net, bro.
No, 100%. Ødegaard's a weird one because it's like he's got the skill set, but he looks like he don't believe in himself. He plays like he's got no confidence. You know what I was like? He gets into areas and he plays like he doesn't believe that he's gonna do nothing. Like he just doesn't have the arrogance.
I think he plays with confidence in the midfield and in and around those areas. But when he gets in front of the goal, you can see that, like,
yeah, but those are not the pressure areas. You know what I mean? He plays with mad confidence when he's in areas where he's not under pressure. Like when he has to be decisive, I feel like the confidence or the arrogance just isn't there.
But that's weird though, because you know that when you're getting, because he's under pressure sometimes in midfield and he's calm. Like people try and run up to him, he'll drop a shoulder. Like he's in those environments, he's like, nah, you ain't catching me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then when he's in front of the goal, it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And also, the first season where Arsenal came out the traps and we nearly won the league, that season in front of goal, he was all right. He was good in front of goal.
Yeah. That was the one-off season and people thought he was going to build on that. I think he got 16 goals and people thought he was going to build on that and he never did. It was just, bro, it was a purple patch, innit? It was just a bit of luck, man.
Do you know what I don't understand with players? You see me, if I'm a player and I'm not good in front of goal, when I go to training, I'm just going to slap shots, bro. That's all I'm going to keep doing, slapping shots. After training, get there early or late, slapping shots. I don't understand. Like, you know you're missing something in your arsenal. Just do it, man. Because you're going to get in positions. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. But then I think it's a mental thing. Like, you can't replicate the mental pressure, in training. You can't. Because you see these man in training, these man all look like David Beckham, bruv. Like, man are just top cornering off everything. And then when it comes to the games, bro, do you know what I mean? Them man can't hit the target to save their life, bro. I think it's the pressure, man.
Yeah, it must be, but I feel like when we talk about the league in terms of the league, in terms of it being boring. I think because there's nothing to fight for really in the league. When you think about it, like, because remember, top 5 are going to be Champions League. So now it's like, all right, cool. So there's no race for the top 4 anymore. Race for the top 5. Then Newcastle already won the Carabao, so they were in Europa anyway. So then if they finish 5th, then possibly they can go to Champions League. So then I think that means that will maybe add one more space for Europa, innit?
Yeah, it will do, yeah.
No one's really... If United... And what's mad, if United win the Europa, you get Champions League. So technically that's 6 teams from England will be in the Champions League this year.
Yeah, bro, they're saying there can be 11 teams in Europe, bro. Because if Chelsea win their thing,
they get Europa.
The Conference League, yeah, then they get Europa. If us or Tottenham win the Europa League, then we get champs. So then another space in the league, it gets passed down, bro. So
but what's mad is, but Chelsea don't even need that anyway, because if Chelsea finish top 5, they're going to Champions League anyway. So they don't even care if they win that cup.
But if they do win that cup and then they finish in the top 4, then I think the space goes to another team in England further down, and it keeps trickling all the way down.
Oh, it doesn't go to the team that they face in the final? Because I thought they might do that.
I don't think, I think it will go to another team in the league because of the UEFA coefficient in it. So it will go to another English team. So yeah, it's bug, bro. And then I think the winner of the Carabao gets Europe, but obviously because Newcastle are already going to be in a European place, you would think anyway. Yeah. Then there's another spot, bro. There can be like 10 English teams in Europe next season, bro.
And also bottom 3, you know that there's no like race. You know, normally when there's like a race for this is a 6-pointer. Like, you know, how many times you heard that term this year? This is a 6-pointer. There ain't no 6-pointer, bro. Like, them man have been down from November. Like, them man were...
Bro, facts. Hey, bro, the 3 teams that came up pretty much went straight back down with no noise. None.
Garbage. So it's just been a dead league this year, bro.
Yeah.
But what I would say is the officiating this year has been terrible, because why I'm vexed is because Liverpool lost to Fulham. If Arsenal beat Everton, now it's 9 points. It's sticky bum time, you get me? But now, like, it's like the referee gave that penalty. It's like that's never a penalty, bro. How? That man, you can see that they're like shoulder to shoulder, and my man falling, and you can see Jack Harris has got his arm like underneath him. I'm like, come on, man. But Arsenal, there's too many times we've suffered from bad officiating for it to be a coincidence, bro. We've had like 5 or 6 this season, bro. It's a bit like...
but bro, to be honest, every team suffers from bad officiating. But the thing is, it just hurts more when it's your team. I'll be real, because, like, bro, the officiating across the board is awful, bro. Like, it's so bad, fam. Like, it don't matter what game you watch, you'll see some bogus decisions. But it's like, when you've got your team playing and they're playing for something, it's worse, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's worse. That's what it is. I think personally that penalty, that penalty, I can see why it was given. Do you know what I'm saying? I can also see if it wasn't given, and there's also an argument that, do you give the foul from where the contact was initiated?
Yeah, because there was that argument that the free kick, that the foul started.
It did. It started outside the box. It did.
But you've let it carry into the box to give a penalty.
And then he's falling over after, but the foul doesn't start when the guy falls over. The foul starts when the foul starts. Do you get it? So
I beg you, if you look at the replay again, when Lewis Skelly goes down, Harrison goes down a second after. It doesn't even make sense. Like, when you look at the clip, you see Lewis Skelly fall. They break contact. Lewis Skelly falls, and Jack Harris is like, "I'm gonna go down," and like come on, man.
No, but it's because they both dived in it, because they both know that they were holding each other, bro. Because if you look at it, Lewis Skelly is smart because he's holding him on the blind side. So it's one of them ones where the ref can't see it. He's got his arm around around man's waist, and then he grabs his leg.
Jack Harris is still, but Jack Harris is still locking him.
Yeah, they're holding
Jack Harris is holding like that. Yeah, so that's why Lewis Skelly is losing his balance, because he's like, hold on, I'm not in control of this no more. No, I'm falling now. And Jack Harris has got his arm like, yeah, you're coming with me, don't worry. Yeah. On a little serenade thing. Like, man, I'm trying to do, what's them dance, the lambada or something?
Yeah, bro. It was a 6 or 1, half a dozen of the other. But my thing is, if you're gonna give the foul, you give the foul where the initial contact was made, which was outside of the box. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Lewis Skelly lost him, and that's why he put his arm around to kind of grab him. So initially he's lost him, and he's side on, kind of half side on, wants to turn. He's grabbed him because he understands that he's getting away. So if you're going to give the foul is outside the box. But my man continues going until he gets into the box, and then he does You get me? The theatrics, bro. As soon as I see my man doing, you know what I mean? The splash like that, bro. Nah, bro, that's crazy. Like, stay there, bro. You don't get no free kick. That's mental because man don't need to hit the deck like that. It's unnecessary.
And the ref didn't even give it. I don't think the ref gave it straight away.
Yeah.
It's VAR. It was Oliver in, upstairs that gave it.
But there you go. And that again, VAR, I have an issue with VAR because I believe that they brought in VAR to fix matches, bro. Because, bro, I don't believe somebody that's not in the stadium should be influencing the result. I don't agree with it, bro. Because my thing is, if the referee's seen something and chosen not to give it, they shouldn't be able to be overruled. Because then what's the point in having a referee? We might as well have a robot ref.
I think it's got to be a clear, like, for example, someone punches someone after the ball's gone. Like, them clear ones. Or even against Liverpool when Tarkowski nearly broke McAllister's leg.
Yeah.
Now, for me, like, I get that it was he won the ball, but that's dangerous play, bro, because you went in with way too much force, bro.
Yeah.
Gone are the days of man tackling man like that. You know, like back in the days, man done that like to them Vinnie Jones ones. Like, let him know you're in the game. No, bro. Allow me, bro. I knew I'm in the game because I turned up. I'm fucking wearing a kit. What do you mean that I need to know I'm in the game? Them man will try and break your leg or try and foul you to let you know you're in the game. Allow me, man. You know what I'm saying, and VAR looked at that and was like, nah, it's cool.
Nah, but you know what it is, though? You know what it is, though, man? My thing is, if the referee seen it, and he said play on, no one should be able to overrule the ref. That's my problem. Because you know when they say clear and obvious, if the ref's seen it and he doesn't give it, clearly, it's all right with him, bro. You shouldn't be able to be saying, no, yo, big man, nah. We're giving that. Because that means you're not really in charge. You're not the ref then.
So your take on VAR is that them man shouldn't get involved in anything whatsoever.
Unless the ref doesn't see it. If it's off the ball and a man elbows man in the face or something, and the ref don't see it, and the ref just sees my man on the floor rolling around, then they could say to the referee, boom, this is what happened, boom, boom, boom. But if the referee has literally seen stuff, because I've seen when referees have looked at the incident, waved play on, and then a man have said, nah, actually, go look at this again. It's like, why am I looking at it again? I saw it the first time, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if a ref actually sees it and he deems it that, like, yeah, it's cool, man shouldn't be telling him to change the decision. That's crazy to me. They said clear and obvious. So if I've seen it and I haven't blown my whistle, then clearly, obviously, I don't think it's a foul, blood. So what are we doing?
See, my problem with VAR is that they still get it wrong. That's my problem with VAR. So my thing is, that's like me being able to watch your life, like you're there doing whatever you're doing. I'm like, yo, Rant, you made a mistake still. And you're like, oh, cool, what is it? And then I make a mistake looking at you, telling you made a mistake. It's like, but a sharp man up there, man. And that's my biggest thing with VAR is that when they make mistakes, that even Arsenal were playing Brentford and my man was onside, but then the brother forgot to draw the line. What do you mean?
Bro?
How can you tell me you forgot to draw the line, bro? Like this is make or break. Like this is
it's corruption. This is what I'm saying. It's corruption.
Lost the league by 2 points last year. I think we lost it by 2 points last year.
It might have been, was it the year before? No, it might have been last year.
Yeah, like, I think it's like 89. I think it was like 87, 89 or 80. So anyway, I think it was by 2 points. I'm saying, but like games like that, the margin is massive, bro. Like you getting stuff wrong is a difference between maybe a team winning a league and not winning a league. The team finishing top 4 and finishing top 5. So you can't. So it's either you don't get involved, and then we can blame it on the ref, or you get it right, but you can't. But how can you have a computer in front of you and look and be like, and you still get it wrong? I don't understand.
But again, like sometimes them man zoom in so much, bro, man can see all the sweat on man's forehead. When you have to zoom in, that close, it's not clear and obvious, bro. Like them man are drawing these wonky lines. They're not even telling us weird. Sometimes the lines, the armpit, sometimes the lines on a man's arm is on the back of man's foot. Like we don't even know where they're drawing these lines. There's so many things about VAR, that makes it difficult to understand. And it tells me that there's no clear rule, blood. Like they might as well just bun VAR thing, yeah. I just want to see electronic offsides, yeah, like what they do in La Liga. Just do the electronic thing. Man, don't need to see no lines or nothing like that. Just is it onside or offside? That's it. And then bin VAR, bro. Like I'm cool for the offsides and I'm cool for goal line technology. Everything else should be fair game, bro. I can't lie. Like I'm not trying to see VAR used for everything. Or if they want to say like a man can have each team can have like 3 challenges or something like that.
Oh, like basketball, like
yeah, let man challenge, bro. But I don't want everything to be going to VAR, blood. Like, bruv, it slows down the game and it's boring, fam. I can't lie, it's so dead. You can't even
annoying as well. It's when man score a goal now.
Yeah,
and man celebrate, but they don't celebrate properly because they're not sure.
Yeah,
and they're looking over, and then VAR gives it, and it's just like man are just like the celebration's not the same anymore. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
You have to celebrate twice, but the second one's dead. You know the one.
Even this, have you seen the new thing where they're saying about it's illegal in football now to step on the ball with both feet? Yeah. Like if you step on the ball with 2 feet, they give a goal kick to the opposing team and you get a yellow card.
Yeah, but what? Why are they saying that's the case though?
Because I think what's his name done it?
I see Memphis done it, innit?
Yeah, Memphis done it, and I think the players got vexed. One other you done it for Brazil the other day. You got a yellow card straight away, and they gave a goal kick. I'm like, bro, like you sort of like destroying football, but you know the problem is I feel like players get upset. Like you see me, if I'm playing football, yeah, and a bread on the opposing team stands on the ball. I'm like, yeah, it's a bit cheeky, but all right, cool. But certain man you see them getting vexed. Like they want to like 2-foot the bread. I'm like, bro, I don't understand. Is it about your mum or something? Man's a step on the ball, you're losing your mind. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. Maybe they're doing it to like help tempers. Because anytime you see a player do that, players start gunning for them or they try and take them out. So maybe, I don't know, but come on, man, that's a part of the game though. Creativity in that. Did that man do that, man?
Also, you're allowed to wind up the opposition, yeah, if you want to wind up the opposition, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, bro, like it's part of the game. Do you know what I mean? If man's playing basketball, a man say, nah, I'm calling an ISO, blood. And I'll be like, yo, that guy's shit. Him. Man's calling the ISO. It's banter. Man used to do that all the time. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's the same in football. If man say, yo, I'm going to embarrass this youth right now, it is what it is. You have to embarrass me by winning the ball from me. Like, what are you crying for? Crying to the ref? What, because I stood on the football? What kind of idiot thing is that? Doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, it's true still. I don't know, man. Football's just
now, them are not trying to over-sanitize football, bro. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with the game. If anything, it's gone too far the other way in the first place.
I think there's pros and cons to football, like because even if I don't know if you watch like football in the 70s and 80s, them man were having scraps, bro. There's one game I saw, Leeds against Liverpool, bro. No word of a lie. If I'm lying, I'm flying, I'm dying, whatever. But one brother tackled the brother punched him in the face, bro.
Yeah,
boom. Hey, bro. The referee came over and said, "You got stop that." And he gave 2 yellow cards.
Yeah.
For a punch in the face.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Man, I've seen Graham Souness punching up, man, and these things. I'm seeing my man fly kick, man, studs up. And then man had the 6 studs, bro. Screwing studs in that. I'm seeing man get drop kicked in that. Yeah.
And yellows, straight yellows. I've seen Maradona and Pele getting that shit kicked out of them, bro. Like, boom, like in the air. Referee just not even giving anything. I've seen goalkeepers. Remember the goalkeepers had no gloves. They used to just do bare hand. Remember this? Hey, but imagine one of them big leather balls, man's lacing it. I might have to use my bare hand.
Bro, I see guys getting knocked out, bro. Like, and bro, but this is what I'm saying. Football's gone too far the other way now. It's like you're not even allowed to tackle anymore. And this is what I was saying. Like, I didn't like football. And this is why, again, the Real Madrid Arsenal game was good because the referee was letting these men play on, bro. There was tackles in that game. Like, and the ref was just play on. He weren't stopping the game. Like, the game was just flowing. Like now, games don't even flow because refs are blowing the whistle for absolutely everything, bro. Like there's always a reason why the game has to stop, bro. Like there's no fluidity, there's no physicality to the game, and it's like the more you just let football just naturally just go, That's where you get. That's where you get the better games, bro. Like football's not a no contact sport, and like they're trying to turn it into basketball, bro.
Do you know what's annoying about football as well? What annoys me is like the ball will be bouncing, then I kick it. Like you run to tackle me, I kick it, and all I do is go and I just roll on the floor. The ref ain't seen nothing, you know.
Yeah,
the ref always runs over and just gives a yellow. I'm like, stop doing that, man, because
or they'll stop the game anyway.
You ain't seen. All you've heard is the noise of man screaming, and then the man's on the floor. You don't know if I've touched this brother or not. But then now it's a yellow. It's like, come on, man.
But now they've got VAR, so they'll stop the game, and then they'll go and check the screen or some foolishness, or they'll wait to get something. They'll wait to get something radioed in. It's dead, bro. Like, I can't even lie, bro. It's too many stoppages, bro. If you want to make football more entertaining, then the speed of the game, will be increased by not giving stupid fouls. And obviously not going to the flipping VAR, bro. Man want to go to video for everything. It's dead, bro.
Do you know what I don't understand with VAR is like when you told the referee to go and look at the screen. But I beg you to tell him that it's a penalty.
Tell him what's happened. But that's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like once man goes to the screen for, just tell him, listen, 6 minute, contact in the box, definite penalty, whatever. Done. Do you know what? Go to the screen and see for yourself.
But this is the wickedest thing, bro, because we all know, as spectators, as soon as the ref runs to the screen, he's probably going to give it. You know the ones. Like, we know that.
Yeah, that's what's annoying as well. Yeah. When they say go to the screen, because once the ref goes to the screen, if it's not a penalty, it's going to be a penalty. If it is a penalty, it's not going to be a penalty anymore. We know that already now, because when the referee does that,
you know it.
You
know what it is. As soon as he's logging over to the screen, it's over, my brother. You know it's over. You know your team's about to get cooked. Like, that's it. As soon as you see the ref jogging over there, you know it's long. You're getting bad news. You're getting bad news, bro. So they might as well just give it. And they're saying it adds drama. Yeah, but bro, they say that, but I genuinely don't believe that they brought it in for the betterment of the game, bro. I think they brought it in so they could control outcomes, bro. Because we're in an era now where man are gambling and everything's about odds and stats and all these other things, bro. So it's all, bro, to me, I believe these men are cheating. That's why they brought it in, because these men can affect games and then they can turn around and say, oh, it's not working. Remember, I think, was it Liverpool Spurs and that, where they said, oh, the thing broke and that it didn't work. And I think a goal was offside or something, and they gave it, or it wasn't offside and they gave it offside, and then they said the thing wasn't working. Like, bro, man, moving Buki. What do you mean it wasn't working?
Do you know what's annoying for me is the sorry afterwards.
That bro. That happens. You get the same day they released a statement saying, "Oh, my bad.
The mistake was made." Yeah, sorry. No, brother, we just lost the point here, or we've lost the game. We've been sorry. What are you talking about? Like as a manager, like, you might get sacked off this game.
That's it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, anything could happen off this game. Like, it's allow me, man.
Yeah. That man, like, oh, my bad, you man. My bad, you man.
Yeah,
bro,
sorry about that.
Man just lost the title, you know. Yeah, my bad, bro. Nah, it's fucking crazy, man. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of VAR. The officiating in this league is horrendous. It's not just Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? But that Lewis Skelly thing, again, like, we can't ask these guys what the rules are, because, bro, they change it every year, Marv, bro. Like, every year we hear that they've changed, like, the rules for handball, like, intent. But then they said they got rid of the double jeopardy. So if you give away a penalty, you can't get a red card. And then now that's not true. Like, everything's always changing, bro. They change the rules every single year, to the point where I think they do it so we can't keep up with it, bro.
But the problem with it is that we see the inconsistencies in the same game. Like Arsenal City, Trossard kicks the ball away, and I think it is the player still on the floor. He kicks the ball away, so you couldn't play on anyway. Michael Oliver gives a second yellow. Cool, all right, whatever. The same game, Doku kicks the ball away.
Yeah, I remember nothing.
But then he said it's fine because Saka's on the floor. But so was Bernardo Silva.
Oh, that was the Declan Rice one, innit? I swear.
Then the Declan Rice one, when he kicks the ball away, gets a yellow against Brighton, he gets sent off. It's like, come on, man. Doesn't make
I
sense,
hear it.
bro.
It's either it is or it isn't, innit? And that's the problem with these things. It's not that, bro. It's different rules for everyone. And I think that's just down to poor officiating in general, bro. Like, that's why I don't get it. It's like, are the rules a guideline, or are the rules man has to abide by the rules to a T, bro? Because these referees be just remixing the fucking, you get me? Remixing the rules, blood.
But my thing is, if the same referees, you're having an issue and the same referee keeps coming up, then something needs to be done with that referee. Like, there's got to be some kind of penalty that, like, bro, you keep getting it wrong, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, like, but it's like they want to do this thing where, like, it's like policemen. Policemen can never do nothing wrong, and we can't be seen to be telling police they're doing anything wrong. So they'll do something wrong, but we'll handle it behind closed doors. No, bro, we need full transparency here. When this referee does something wrong, same way as a player or manager, when they do something wrong,
this is the protocol.
You pull them up. You know what I'm saying? If Arteta says something wrong, he gets a touchline ban or a fine. If a player does something wrong, he gets a yellow, red, talking to, fine, whatever. But when referees do something wrong, radio silence, bro. No one cares.
Yeah, fact.
Come on, man.
But this is what I'm saying. And the same way, yeah, like, bro, they're interviewing everyone now. Like, I think they said from next season they're gonna start having like player interviews at halftime or some shit like that, bro. They need to start interviewing these referees, blood, so they can explain their decisions, bro. Because since these referees want to be front and center of everything, let's get these guys to explain the decisions they've made after the game, bro. Because them man want to be superstars, bro. Because it's jarring. The amount of time they make shitty decisions and they don't have to own up to it. There's no consequence,
bro. And you can't talk about them either.
No, because you get fined straight away.
Brother, so it's like,
if you're lucky, you might get suspended.
So it doesn't make sense now. It's like the referees have become so powerful that you can't say nothing about them at all. After the game, during the game, right, man said, Man United manager out here.
Bro, these men are fed up with him, bro. They've just seen the United lineup for the game, blood. No Xerxes again, bro. Man are saying Højlund and Garnacho, bro. It could be peak, yeah. Tonight we could be getting slapped up, bro. I can't lie, bro. I don't really know. I'm not confident for this game, fam. I'm not confident, bro. This manager's, I don't know, man. He's testing my patience with some of the decisions, bro. It's not looking great. I'll be honest, bro. So, I don't know. After this good week of football, it's kind of dead. It's kind of dead. Man, I have to watch United now because we ain't been playing well. And yeah, this game is, bro, it could be stressful mania, blood. I'm telling you today.
That's stressful mania, you know.
It could be that, bruv. It could be that, man. So, man, don't really know, man. Hopefully, we get the dub or at least get a draw so we can go back to Old Trafford. But if we lose today, I know this fan base is going to crash out, bro, because I know a lot of people are on the fence with this gaffer, man.
And if you lose as well, like, because this is like your only route back into Europe, really.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I mean, we're not even finishing in top half of the table, so my man need to. You get me? Like, we need this.
Sorry, I need to get my
come. Yeah. No worries, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, you lot, run up the lights, people. You already know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about this United game now, man. And then obviously we're going into the watch along after this, bro. Like, what an absolute nightmare, bruv. Man said no Xerxes again, man. I don't know. Brother, it's one of them ones that Amarim just keeps testing my patience, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know what man's game is, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what his game is, bro. Like, as soon as we got a few players fit, Xerxes dropped again, bro. Even though he's been our best player over the last 6 weeks, man. This manager's really testing man's patience, bro. I can't lie. It's not looking great.
Yeah, cool. You know the ones where you get there just in time, boy.
Yeah, boy.
But yes, so you're saying that thingy. Oh, he dropped Xerxes?
Yeah, bro. Like, he's been on the bench last couple games, bro. Like, this manager's just moving mad, fam. I don't even know.
Games as well, innit? No, your last game was 0-0.
Lost to Forest, and then
was it 0-0 City or something? Who did you play? Yeah, 0-0 City.
Then the City game was some stinky draw, bro, and Xerxes didn't start either of those games, I think. So it's looking dead, bro.
Who's your team? Look at your team. I don't even see.
Man's got Højlund, Garnacho. I guess Bruno in the 10, and then they've got Cass and Ugarte in the double pivot. Then guys. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's dead.
What formation is this?
Yeah, 3-4-2-1, bro. That's what we've been playing, bro. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. This manager's doing the hipster 3 at the back thing, and it's dying, bro. I'll be real.
He's trying to like. You can see that it's very defensive. This team, though.
But that's what I'm saying. It is very defensive, man. I know we're away from home, but it's Lyon. Like, we should be going to Lyon and trying to win the game, bro. Like, it is very defensive, man. It's very cautious. So we just
Serki, that's the danger man right there, blood.
Yeah, and they're not playing him. No, Ryan Cherky's a bad man still.
He's cold, bro.
He's
like when football's so easy for someone, you can see it. Like it's like
he's a murderer, bro. Like he's a cold-blooded youth, you know them ones. It's one of them ones where it's like you could just tell, like he's not fussed. He's not fussed with this football thing. It's just light for him. You know them ones. It'll be interesting to see where he goes next.
He definitely shouldn't be at under 21s. That's ridiculous. He's still at under 21, bro.
Yeah, but France is politics, though.
That's the problem with France. There's a lot of because apparently, someone I know knows like some of his people, and they were saying that like he's very outspoken about certain political issues, and that the powers that be don't like that, and also he's Algerian.
Yeah,
and in terms of France, there's politics with like different nationalities and
100% there is, bro. With the North Africans and the blacks, bro. Like even in Paris, like one of my best friends is Moroccan, blood. And he's got family in Paris, and there's parts where there's just North Africans and blacks, and there's no whites, and then you got like the inner city where there's bare whites and that, and it's all political, blood. It's all like, you get me? It's one of them things, bro. So man know. When I see this guy not getting even call-ups and that, I know it's politics, but it'll be interesting when Deschamps leaves. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he gets included then. But
I think Deschamps needs to leave, bro. I think France need a reset. I feel like Deschamps is a good manager, yeah. Like he's done well for France, but like you can see his favourites. It's too obvious, man. Like you can see who he's got issues with and who he hasn't. Even Guendouzi. I'm not saying Guendouzi's not a good player, but there's no way Guendouzi should be in that team ahead of
anyone. Like, do you know what I mean? They got too much talent, bro. You know that one. They got too
anyone, you know.
Well, they got too much talent to have Guendouzi in that squad. Like, do you know what I mean? I might have to keep it a buck. Like, he shouldn't be in the squad. They got too much talent in that country, yeah. For this brother to be in the A squad, like not the B squad, or the under 21s, the A team. There's way too much talent in that country for him to be in the A team, bro. Like, if there's a squad of 30 players, he's not meant to make that.
But I think France have got an issue with their team in terms of France have got, they're stacked on either side, but in the middle is a bit mad. So defensively, France are good. Forwards, attacking players, excellent. In that midfield, that's when it's a bit like, it's higgy, bro, because you take Pogba out of that midfield, Kante's left.
No, he brought Kante back, and Kante's playing in Saudi, bro, and he brought Kante back for the last tournament.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, they haven't filled that void.
No, they haven't. But that void cannot be filled, bro. Like we are talking about the generations of football, bro. Like when we're looking at football right now, yeah, at all of our clubs, yeah, anyone that supports Premier League right now, unless you're Manchester City, how many of the players in your current lineup get into your all-time 11, yeah, for your club? How many? Do you know what I mean? It's difficult, bro, because the levels have dropped massively, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like all time. Like, it's difficult, bro. Like, you can't. Like, it's a madness.
You know what's crazy?
You could easily do an all-time Arsenal 11, and none of your current players, yeah, are getting in that all-time 11, bro. None of them. And it's not because they're not good. It's because the levels have just dropped mad.
You know what's crazy, though? Yeah, I hear you. Defensively, maybe, maybe Saka could get in there on the right if you're playing a 4-3-3. But yeah, I hear you still.
But even when you're talking about Saka, yeah, like Saka's good in this era, bro. You know them ones there, but bro, you've had better players than Saka that aren't getting into your all-timers, bro. Do you know what I mean? You still had players like Nasri's and that who were nuts, bro. But like because of the time that they played in, like you weren't looking at them like these man were mad players, but they were mad.
Yeah, Nazar was cold. Heleb was cold. Remember
Heleb was cold. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
cold,
brother, you had midfielders, yeah, like Cazorla and all these man, yeah, that are not like, bro, they're probably not getting into your all time, and they were cold.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then when you look at your strikers, bro, you had Henri, Bergkamp, you had Van Persie as well.
And
do you know what I'm saying? And Nelka as well. You had Righty. Like, bro, like, it's so mad that like when we're doing all time, like none of these men they're not at that level, bro. Like they're not, like, respectfully, bro. Like this is just how it is. They're actually not at that level. So, and it's not even bad, like they're just not at that level. So it's very difficult for, if you support a Premier League team right now, if it's unless you support Man City, because literally your team was founded in 2008, yeah. That is why you can pick an all-time 11 and it's going to be all the man that you saw in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's true. You know what's mad about football, yeah, is that the reason why football's gone to the pits, because back in the day you could name, remember, I don't know if you remember like back in the day when like Premiership was around and whatever, you knew 3 or 4 players from every single team.
Yep.
You knew like a Mork Gans Pedersen from a Blackburn Rovers. You knew, do you know what I'm saying? You knew Matty Taylor from a Portsmouth.
Like there were ballers everywhere.
You knew ball, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like you knew like Kevin Nolan at Bolton.
Yeah.
You knew Matt Dave, like you knew all players from all over different teams, isn't it? Whereas now, if you said to me,
you don't know these man, facts. Brother. Facts. Brother, every time when I'm watching Forest, I'm like, who's that you? Man, I'm watching Bournemouth. Who's this you? You know them ones back in the day, bro, because you see all the man that you mentioned, that man was scoring goal of the month, screamers.
It's mad, isn't it?
Matty Taylor, halfway line, lobbing the keeper. What's man talking about? Morton Pedersen was scoring from corners and that.
Two guys and them man there.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, these man were doing dirts, blood. So when we was watching Match of the Day, there was man that were just having people up, bro. So we knew these players, bro. Like Kevin Nolan was bagging like 10, 15 goals a season on some fish and chip thing, bro. Like,
James, you know what I mean? And them man.
Yeah, all them man there, Kevin Phillips and that. These man were mashing work. See that?
Yeah.
Now we don't see that. Like these man ain't really doing dirt. It's the usual suspects in the Premier. When you look at the Golden Boot race in the Premier, for the last 5 years, it was Kane, Salah, flipping Haaland, bro. Like you just know the same man are gonna be in the race, blood, all the time. That you might get one guy that surprises you, but other than that, no one weren't really doing that.
Like a Son every now and then.
Bro. It's the same man doing the same shit, bro. Like in the Prem, then every season there was a man that just popped up out of nowhere that had a mad season, blood. I remember when
what's my man Mishu? That my man, isn't it?
Mishu done the mad thing. Was it Newcastle had
Cisse?
Yeah, Cisse, Papi Cisse, and the other brother. They had the two black
Bar.
Yeah, bro. Bar and Cisse had the mad season where they was on just smoke.
Remember Cisse's goal? That them 2 goals in that Chelsea game.
That was Judge, blood.
You see the first one, yeah, when he banged it, I said, raw. But the second one, yeah, brother, it wasn't even possible to score that. Brother, you see the Egyptians that built the pyramids, yeah? They will look at that goal and say, how did you do that, bruv? Brother, he hit the ball out of his foot. The corner flag, bro. Yeah, the ball went woof. Peter Cech is like, hold on, wait, this was a shot. Peter Cech's dive like last minute. I said, what?
Yeah, that was Judge, bro. That was Judge. I don't care what no one says, bro, because that is like, that's not even science. You know the ones. And like, bro, when man saying that, man said, yo, there is no journal for this, bro.
Bro,
you get me? Like
that shot made. You know, normally when a man shoots here, you're like, I can see what he's trying to do here. He's trying to go for that corner. Yeah. That in real time made 0 sense, bro.
Facts.
Because, brother, the shot wasn't even on. It didn't even make sense. My man kicked with it out of his foot, bro. Like, I'm looking at it in real time watching the game, thinking, what's he gonna do here? Like, boom, and the ball's just gone in. Everyone's like, wait, what? Commentators were like speechless, bro. Everyone was like, hold on, wait, what? What did he just do?
Brother, brother, you know when man on your own team can't even celebrate the goal because they don't understand what's happened, bro.
Yeah, they're not ready for it still.
They were like, what? this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like that's where football was, where like every team, had 3 or 4 men, that were just game changers that could do something crazy.
Yeah, superstars.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
What's that thing? The sticker book.
Yeah, the Premier League stickers.
Every team had players that you don't want their stickers for their team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, you might like see a Liverpool, and there might be like a Collymore, Fowler, McManaman. All right, J Red. All right, cool. That's them. Newcastle had like a Les Ferdinand, a Spreer. Yeah. You know, Shearer. All right, cool. Ballers. You go to Blackburn, you might see a Chris Sutton, this player. Yeah. Stuart Ripley. You know,
bro, even Malbronk, blood at Fulham, bro. He was on smoke. Like, man, remember Steve Malbronk, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Beardies, even the smaller teams, have ballers. You know what I'm saying? It was different then. And now it's all like, oh, bro, who's that brother? Who's that brother? Man, I'm watching Brighton. NPCs at Brighton that won't be there next year. You know them ones.
You see, like, for example, Forest, I know like Alanga, the right back is Aina. Like, I know a couple of men in that team, like Wood, like.
But that's because they're doing social media. That's why.
Yeah, cool. But I'm saying, but you know a few. But see, Brighton, brother, Brighton is one team, bro. The conveyor belt over there is nuts. Brother, 1 minute Ferguson in there, next minute he ain't playing no more. Yeah, there's always a Brighton. I'm like, who is this?
Where the whole 11,
bro. Like? The only person I know is Matoma and Dunk. Those are the only 2 brothers that are like, all right, cool. Everyone else, I ain't got a clue, bro.
Wait, what did happen to Ferguson, blood? Man, them, like, where is that you? Is he still there?
That's a Snapchat club.
Evan Ferguson, didn't he go to like, I feel like, didn't he go to Newcastle? What, he's at West Ham? What? On loan?
See what I'm saying?
And he's not playing there either.
And he was supposed to be like the next up, like, as in like.
Brother, bro, he was 80 million last season, bro. Yeah, Evan Ferguson, now we're talking about 80 million. Brother, now he's on loan at West Ham and he's not playing. Allow it. You see what I'm trying to say, bro? And this brer was, their man were doing the Wayne Rooney thing with Evan Ferguson. And now he's at West Ham on loan, not getting played. This is what football's cooked, man. And this is what I'm saying. Like, so when man are rating these players, they're being valued, based on, what's available now, Mark. Do you get it? Yeah, they're not being rated against, man that were ballers. Because like when man are sitting down right now and we're saying, how many of these players are getting into all-time 11s that we're watching right now? These men, really and truly,
none of them.
They're forgettable. All of them. These men are forgettable, bro. Like, there's not many players that are playing football right now that if man's got a son, I'm saying, all right, cool, we're going to watch videos of this player, bro. Like, bro, Salah can score 500 goals. I'll never show my youth a compilation of Mo Salah. There's nothing to see, bro. There's nothing to see, my bro. And this is what it is. And even Liverpool, in a time where they're winning trophies, Liverpool have had better players in eras where they've won nothing. You know, like that.
Yeah.
In eras where they've won nothing, they've had better players, bro. That's the maddest thing about it.
But what's mad is people will argue, and a lot of Liverpool supporters will argue that Salah will walk into them on any Liverpool team. Salah walks in on that right.
Yeah. So that's what they'll say because of his stats. You know them ones. But footballer-wise, Liverpool have had better footballers than him. You know them ones. But he definitely, Liverpool fans look at him like he's Jesus, bro, because of the goals he scored and the fact that they've won stuff. But these men have had Suarez, Coutinho, blood. Do you know what I mean? Fernando Torres. The man have had Michael Owen, even though they don't like him. Do you know what I'm saying? Robbie Fowler. Do you know what I'm saying? Stan was doing the man team. McManaman as well. They've had ballers, bro. They've had Xabi Alonso. Do you know what I'm saying? Steven Gerrard, Mascherano. Like, they've had players, bro. They've had players. If anything, when you look at Liverpool, it's only really the centre-back area where they ain't really had ballers like that. Their man, even Hippier was decent, bro, but their man defense was kind of dead. You know what I'm saying?
Hippier and Hemshow, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's why Virgil gets into there, because they ain't really had like a standout centre-back. Carragher was a scrub. So it's one of them ones where when you're looking at it, Liverpool, in times where they've not really won nothing, have still had, like, on paper, some really good footballers, bro. Even Thiago. Obviously, they didn't have the best version of Thiago, but Thiago was unreal, bro.
But I think they're looking at, Liverpool, I think they're looking at longevity and you being able to do it at the top level. So, for example, you've had players that have had moments for your team, but that's why Gerrard will be in there, because Gerrard done it for a very long time for Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? That's why Carragher, you can argue that, yeah, he's not the best, but he was at Liverpool for a very long time. Do you know what I'm saying? And done his thing to a degree. So sometimes I think people look at you being a good player, but how long could we depend on you for? So that's why I think Salah gets in there, because for 8 seasons, he's been firing, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I think that Salah is well worth his place in the team, especially if they're playing a free, because Liverpool ain't really had a right-sided player like that. You know, if you actually look at their history, they ain't really had no one in that position, because it was either a 2 up front thing, and when it wasn't a 2 up front thing, they were robbed. So it's one of them ones where they're cool. Do you know what I mean? When it was Collymore and Fowler, the man were playing a 2. It was a 4-4-2 era. In the 4-3-3 era, apart from Salah, they ain't really had no one. So that kind of picks itself anyway. Not saying that man don't deserve to be there anyway, but that kind of picks itself because of the eras.
And to be fair, if you flip the era and you play 4-3-3, John Barnes might be go over there, no? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, bro. But that's my brother. All the yard man will tell you about John Barnes. So it's one of them ones where, again, it depends, innit? It depends, because Barnes is a very good shout for that right hand side. And
he won everything over there, boy.
There you go.
Them years, Liverpool was slapping teams in Europe, blood. Them man were winning it all the time, bro.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. That's the reason why my uncles and them not support Liverpool, blood, in Jamaica, blood, because of John Barnes, fam. So
I think there's certain black players like Liverpool. John Barnes is why a majority of, you can always tell it if you speak to someone, you say, how old are you? Sorry, what team you support? You can always tell how old they are.
The yardies will support Liverpool, bro.
You're like, you're old still. If you're black, you're old. Yeah, you support because of John Barnes. Then a few generations after that was like the Ian Wright.
Ian Wrights,
was Arsenal. Then it was Henry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then United was like just the winners.
And that as well, yeah.
So.
But that's what I'm saying. So, like, no, 100%, you're right, bro. But the yard man it's a John Barnes thing, bro. You get me? It's 100% a John Barnes thing. So yeah, John Barnes is actually a shout. So when you're looking at United, you're looking at Arsenal. Like when I'm looking at players here that could potentially get into all-time Man United 11s, it's players that didn't do it in a Man United shirt. It's players like Varane that done it in a Real Madrid shirt. Do you know what I'm saying? It's players like Casemiro. These are the only guys that have any sort of shout of getting into an all-time Man United 11, bro. And it's not for what they done at Man United, because the level's just not there no more, bro. There's no one that's done something at this club right now that gets into a team, if I can pick from the 99 players and the 2008 Champions League team. If I could pick from them 2 squads of the 08, where man had Carrick and Scholes in midfield, and then 98 where man had Keane as well. Brother, these men are not getting in that fucking team, bro. like the man are getting nowhere near it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like what's man talking about?
Would you put Bruno in your team?
No. Bruno ain't getting into no team with Scholes, blood. Like, bro, like man don't need Bruno if I got Scholes. Like, man don't need him, because every pass Bruno can play, Scholes can play. So I don't need them both. I don't need them both. And man got Michael Carrick as well. Brother, man don't need Bruno in a team like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. You know the amount of ballers that man had, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The amount of ballers man had, bro. Like in recent times, the only midfielders at Manchester United, that had the technical level to play in teams like that is Paul Pogba and Casemiro. That's it. Like Pogba and Casemiro are the only midfielders that wouldn't look out of place in that 08 team, bro. They wouldn't look out of place.
I think Bruno as well, you know.
Not in that 08 team, bro. The way we were struggling.
You see Bruno, I think Bruno's one of them players that he's as good as the people around him as well. So like when he plays for Portugal or whatever, there's certain teams that if you let him, if he's in and around in that midfield, I feel like Bruno is like if Bruno was in 08, you would have loved Bruno, because third man run. Remember the season where he was just scoring bare goals?
That was the first season, but half of them were penalties. And also,
but I think it would have been like that version of Bruno that you got.
But we didn't need him, because, bro, remember that team, that 08 team, we had Rooney, bro. And Rooney was dropping deep and getting on the ball, Man had Ronaldo as well. Man didn't need Bruno. Like all this
Tevez.
hero. Yeah, the Tevez, bro. The hero ball that man's doing now. We never needed him for that because Scholesy could pick people out. Carrick could pick people out. So we didn't need Bruno. People praise Bruno, yeah, for these passes and all that. We don't need you to do that in the team because we got Scholes and Carrick. So now the thing that man are saying that you can do, we don't need it. And we don't need you to take penalties because we got Rooney. So, and we got Ronaldo as well. So we definitely don't. Everything that you bring to the team, we can get from somewhere else. Do you get it? So this is the thing. Like he has an inflated role at this club currently because the level around him is not high enough. So he's got more responsibility. But in a team like that, with the quality that we've got, he's a little man in that team. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a little man in that team. Like even when man are talking about Saka and stuff, man are forgetting Robert Pires and players like that. Man, do you know how wavy Pires was? Like he was wavy. Do you know what I'm saying? But man don't remember. Like Pires was like the first brother that was doing inverted, yeah. Like him and Ginola were doing the inverted winger thing on the left, yeah, before everyone. Like we had a left footer on the left.
Do you know what's mad? I had the same argument, and we're talking about footballers, yeah. And I was talking about how important Wenger was to the league, innit? So I was saying in terms of Wenger in the league, it's like in those days, everyone was doing the 4-4-2 thing.
Yeah.
Most teams were anyway, 4-4-2. Whereas Wenger was like one of the first to kind of say, yeah, it's a 4-4-2, but technically it's not. Yeah. Because Ashley Cole used to go past Perez used to go past, you know what I'm saying? Henry would go to that wing. So it was
Perez
kind of like a weird. Like
Perez never used to stay out wide and go down the outside.
Yeah, it was like a weird 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And yeah, Perez was cold still. I can't even lie to you. Perez was cold.
That's what I mean. And you always had one striker that would drop off as well into the midfield. It was different, bro. Like,
and then when we had Wiltord, you had Carnu, you had bare different man that just rotated. And even people need to realize that Wenger, I think Wenger's the first coach, I think, was it to play 9 black outfield players or something like that?
Yeah, it was 9 or
Leeds, innit?
It was 9 or 10, bro. I think he only had I think it was Lehman in goal and everyone else was black, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was a mad.
And that game we spanked Leeds 4-1, I remember. So you know what I'm saying? You have to rate Wenger for them thing there, man.
This is what I'm trying to say, bro. That's why man have to understand. Like man said, you think, bro, listen, a lot of you man are too young, bro. But see what Pires was doing. Pires was doing dirt, bro. Like he was doing dirt. His technical level was crazy, bro.
And in those days, only left-footed players played on the left.
Yeah, that's
and right-footed players played on the right. Whereas now, when we watch football, it's the opposite. Salah's there, Saka's there. You've got the opposite. But that was like Perez, one of the first players I can remember in the league that was actually a right-footed left winger.
Yeah.
So he used to cut in. There's goals. He used to curl it, top bins. Yeah. Like, so that was kind of the start of like it being possible to open up the game more. Because remember, he didn't have to run down the wing and whip it in. No. I join the midfield and add numbers. You know what I'm saying? I allow us to have more people in the midfield to play football with, and I can drop in to other managers that are seeing that thinking, and then it's opened like another like chapter of the Premier League football kind of saga. Because remember, that's why I rate Ferguson as well. Because Ferguson was a man that he would look at what you're doing and say, swear.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. You don't know my hot air. One sec. This what you're on, yeah? All right, I'll be back. He'll just go, and then he'll just work it out, bro.
Yeah, but this is why what man rate about him is like his ego was never too big. He would try things, bro. And this is why, he always used to change his number 2s, bro. Like, and try different things, bro. Like his biggest strength was the fact that he always had people around him that would challenge him and would bring new ideas, blood. He wasn't mad stubborn saying, this is how I see football. Whereas when I look at these modern managers, like even my manager now, do you know what I'm saying? When I'm looking at my manager now, it's like, oh, this is the way I see football and this is the only way to see football. It's like, nah, bro. Like Ferguson had bare different number 2s and he knew that if he didn't evolve, he was always open to seeing football a different way, learning new things. And if he didn't evolve, he understood that the game would bypass him. Like he understood.
He had Bear in it. He had McLaren. He had Phelan.
He had
the
Phelan,
Portuguese brother.
he had Brian Kidd as well. He had Keroush as well. That's
Yeah,
four already.
Kirosh. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He had Bear still. When I was like, yeah, it's true actually. He did it quite a lot still.
Yeah, bro. And it was every 2 to 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Because man just had, we have to keep the ideas fresh. Like, you have to have people around them to challenge him. That's the one thing I think that Wenger probably needed more, was to have someone like a number 2 to challenge him. His thing was like, he saw football a certain way and he just believed in it, bro. You know what I mean? But sometimes you need to freshen things up.
But I think Wenger's problem was the money. The moment the money stopped, it was very hard for Wenger, innit? Because obviously once we got the stadium, can I guarantee if Arsenal stayed at Highbury, we would have won a lot more with Wenger. But the moment we went to Emirates, Wenger was like, yeah, the stadium's got to get paid. Because he was so Mr. Arsenal, he was like, the stadium's got to get paid for properly.
Yeah.
So if I could simplify it for people, Wenger basically said, I ain't got no more dates. Wenger said, I ain't going Eden no more. I ain't going to no, bro. We eat meal prep. We're eating at home.
Yeah, but to be fair, even whilst meal prepping, man was still stockpiling them FA Cups.
Yes, yeah. And we're still finishing top 4 on that. You get me?
That's it. So he's still done his thing, bro. So it's one of them ones where, bro, those were solid times, bro. But that's also a reflection of where football is right now, bro. So it's like when man actually look at it now, even players like Reyes and that, if Reyes is playing right now, he
was cold still.
Like, bro, what are your best attackers, bro? Like straight away. Like that's where the game is right now. Reyes was rassing shots from 25 yards, like top corner and that. Imagine if players like that were playing now, bro. That's why when people are like having these love affairs and falling in love with a lot of these modern players, I'm like, brother, these men ain't getting nowhere near the teams that we watch play. Nowhere near.
And you know what's mad when you think about them teams, yeah? Some of the players that obviously the managers made some mistakes. Yeah. But generally speaking, if you look at like United's players, yeah, you look at Arsenal's players, like, brother, them man were doing a blinding job, blood.
Yeah.
Henry, Anelka, Overmars, Bergkamp, Carnu, Wiltord, Perez, Reyes,
the Lundbergs, all of them, man. Yeah.
Like Petit, like they were bare man that just through the conveyor belt were just cold.
And it kept happening, bro. And look how Wenger went from flipping. He had Righty, Bergkamp and Righty, and then Anelka and Henry cut through. Then man instead had the Wiltord, Van Persie. Then man done the Adebayor thing and still kept. It just kept happening, bro. Like he just kept finding these strikers. He kept finding these players.
Eduardo was cold as well before he broke his leg.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, Eduardo was mashing work before he got injured. That's what I mean. He kept finding these players, bro. And people forget even Edu, bro. Like Edu and Gilberto Silva, when he done his little Brazilian thing as well, bro. Like, bro, people forget, man. Like Wenger kept finding these players and he was finding for like 2 mil, bro.
And what's mad is when he has stories, the amount of players that we didn't get that we were supposed to get.
That shows his talent ID is crazy because
we signed Ronaldo first. You
know
that, right?
You had CR7 there, bro. The thing was agreed, and Man United said, "Nah, we're gonna run this. We're moving this forward."
Apparently, that you played them in a game, and all your players were like, "Yo, Saturday, you got to get this brother," and they flew back the next day.
To wrap it up,
and they snapped up the deal. Like Wenger was vexed. There's bare man. Mbappé was supposed to get. Yaya Toure was supposed to get, but there was a work permit issue.
They ended up going to Greece or something, I think, and then coming back to Europe after that. Yeah, I remember. That's what I'm saying. Zlatan as well. The bare man that you had communications with, or you had them at your training ground, and you just didn't get them over the line.
Yeah.
So it shows Wenger's talent ID was different because the amount of players, you got story for every baller. Do you know what I mean? Every baller he had one. Do you know what I mean? So now, bro, man have to hail up Wenger, bro, and it shows you. It shows you exactly where football is right now, bro. It's not where it was, bro. It's not where it was. And that's why nights like the other night when you lot fist up Real Madrid, that's the closest to like old school Champions League Tuesday nights on ITV, blood. It felt like one of those games.
But I can't lie, the Villa game against PSG, it kind of gave a little bit of that nostalgia as well. It did.
It did.
Because Villa tried to do the whole, all right, we're going to like soak up the pressure, and then they scored first, didn't it? And you're like, okay,
yeah.
Then, but PSG were on smoke.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
That game had a lot of the like drama to it as well, which was
cool. Because it was like Villa. We knew that Villa were gonna go there and park the bus, innit? And PSG had all of the ball, and then Villa scored against the run of play, and then you thought, oh, you know, like that.
Yeah,
and then
maybe it might be another Liverpool.
Yeah,
that's
it. But then PSG got pissed, and then they scored almost straight away back, like, and then changed the game in it. Because then it's like, what do you do, Villa? Do you try and play for the draw? Do you keep going for it? And then all of a sudden, PSG, and then the fact that they got the third goal just right at the end, I think that absolutely, I think that killed any hopes that they've got for the second leg.
2-1 was hopeful, as in like, although they were losing, it's like, we can go back to Villa Park. Do you know? I'd rather play, I know that sounds mad, but I'd rather play PSG than Aston Villa.
Yeah, that bro, bare Arsenal man are saying that just because Unai Emery knows how to deal with you, man, innit?
And also, I just don't like all English European ties. I just think they're shit.
Yeah, because man know each other too well.
You know each other too well. Yeah. Like, there's no element of like surprise. Like there can be a bit of drama, but it's not the same, bro. Like whereas Arsenal PSG is like a big game, as in like, all right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas when you know each other, it's not the same, man.
No, you're right. You know, you're 100% right, bro. Like, I'm trying to see PSG versus Arsenal anyway, bro, because I can't lie, bruv. I need you out of the competition now. I've had enough.
Raw.
I've had enough. You know the ones there, like, bro, like, listen. Like, you don't have had your time now. I'll be real. Like, that was cute, the Real Madrid thing. But now we need you out of the competition now because man needs to just be back down to earth now, bro. I've had enough of these things. You know what I mean? Like, it was a great game of football. I think Arsenal see Real Madrid out the door in the second leg. I think it's going to be pretty comfortable. Real Madrid are doing all this big talk, but I think that them man are beefing in training, blood. You know them ones. I think deep down, these men are fuming. You know them ones, like they're fuming. You know, like after the thing, Jude saying, "Oh yeah, like it's not the first time we've done that this season," and kind of like business as usual. Like, nah, bro, these men are beefing, blood. They're not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of what they're saying, they're trying to pretend like, yeah, like everything's fine and we'll make up for it. Now you're pissed. You're pissed, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I think they're cooked, but I expect you lot to see them off second leg.
But I think Real do this every season, bro. Like, not every season, but every couple of seasons where there's like a reset. To them losing to Arsenal and going to the Champions League, their hierarchy will look at it like, no, we need a reset now.
Yeah.
So then
they got Trent coming in it. So maybe that's
they're gonna have Trent, but they're gonna look at it and be like, we're missing something else here. So now I think they're gonna identify their midfield as a problem.
Yeah.
In terms
it is. They haven't replaced Tony Kroos, blood. That's why I said they should have gone and got Pogba in. Pogba's there on the free. They should at least signed him on the little 18-month thing, bro, because he would have helped. So it's one of them ones where I think they're not acknowledging what a big loss Tony Kroos was, because he was the one that helped them control the pace in midfield, and they don't have that.
Yeah. And Modric is getting old as well. So
there you go. And they're trying to do the physicality thing with Ballon, but he doesn't control games. So they definitely need to adjust the Tony Kroos thing. So yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting, man. That second leg anyway. Is that next week or is there a gap?
I think there's a gap, you know.
Oh, bro, the anticipation, that's a madness.
Actually, it might be next week.
That's next week, actually, because the PSG game is on Tuesday. So you lot are on Wednesday.
Arsenal have got, I don't know if is it Bournemouth, not Bournemouth.
I think you lot are next Wednesday. You must be Wednesday then.
Yeah.
Because PSG is, because PSG is the Tuesday. Say less, people. Yeah, we will absolutely be there, mate. You know what I'm saying? I think the game is over, but just the fact that it's Real Madrid and there could be some refereeing madness happening, that we will absolutely be there, people. Because you just never know. It could be something booky, fun.
Yeah, we got Brentford on Saturday, and then Wednesday, Real Madrid. And then thank God for that. After that game, we got Ipswich.
Mad thing.
So that gives a little bit of a rest still.
There you go. So yeah, now we're gonna see, man. Man said I'm still not sure we progress next week, but if we do, we'll beat PSG in the semi-final, easy money. I would be more worried against Villa. Shout out Richard for the super chat. You as well. Bare Arsenal fans saying they're more scared of Villa, bro, because you lot beat PSG in the group stages, but this ain't the group stages, my brother. I mean, you've got more players missing now. I think that they're warm now. I mean, I think it's a different game personally, but I completely understand you lot's thinking, bro. Because yeah, Villa are a bit too familiar. They got your ex-manager and they've got loads of players that know what it takes to beat Arsenal, bro. They contributed to you lot not winning the league. Was it last season or the season before?
Yeah.
I think the last couple of seasons they've been one of your bogey teams. Them on Fulham.
But it's weird though, because we beat them. We beat Villa. Like last season we beat Villa, and then in the second game, we peppered them first half and didn't take our chances. And then
I know. And then
second half they're just like, allow me, man.
I hear it. Yeah, both two. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's a bit of a mad one, guys. I'm not really sure. So Man City did the double versus Arsenal last season, bro. All right then. So there you go. So yeah, so Mayor Unai Emery's their juju man, blood. So okay, maybe they need to avoid Unai. So yeah, man, it'll be interesting, man. But yeah, big up the chat. Make sure we get these lights up, man. Make sure you subscribe to Marv's channel as well. The link is in the title. You already know what time it is. Is there anything you want these lot to look out for, bruv?
No, I'm just looking at these Aston Villa results.
Well, again, you lot, they done the double over you lot, bro. That's what the chat is saying. They done the double over you lot last season.
You know? I think they did. I think it was 2-2.
I said Arsenal beat them. Hold on a minute. I'm not looking forward to this Man United game. Me neither. This game's going to be dead, fam, but we're here anyway, people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get the likes up, people. I said, man, spooked, you know. He's looking at it thinking, hold on, if we buck up on the Aston Villa. Now, I think that PSG are going to deal with them anyway, so you ain't got to worry about them. Hold on, man said Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles is playing.
Well, for Leon.
Against us. Yeah, blood, man, like Maitland-Niles. I never knew that. You.
Okay. Yeah, he's playing at right back.
Okay.
He's a cold penalty taker, though.
Yeah, he's a bad boy. He's a bad boy still.
Bad boy penalty taker.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, you lot make sure you sub up to Marv's channel, man, and get building that up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And also
go to 10K on the Clips channel, people, run it.
I got my other Insta. I'm gonna post some clips from this anyway and put it on there anyway.
Yeah, come. So yeah, bro. Nah, they'll be looking out. You lot make sure you sub to his channel. Do you know what I mean? And there'll be more content coming out, man. So you lot just keep an eye out for that, man. Obviously, we got to watch along for the United game pretty much coming up after this, people. So man are gonna redirect over there. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, smash up the likes, people. Make sure you sub up to Marv's channel, and I'm gonna see you guys back here